Listen to what Jeremy Fowler, our reporter, said. He said he's in tip-top shape. He can see the plays before it's coming. He sees the team struggling. He wants to get back. This is according to what we just heard. Am I lying? Am I misquoting in any way?
No, I was just not expecting this. Okay.
I'm just saying, this is what he said.
Yeah.
Well, then why the hell ain't you coming back now? What you waiting till week 8 for? No. Listen, don't say the obvious. We understand he's trying to preserve himself, not to expose himself. I get all of that, which by the way, I have been sitting across from you supporting that position. But since you said, listen to what, did you not hear Jeremy Fowler? Did you not hear what he said? I'm going by what Jeremy Fowler said. I ain't in Pittsburgh. I haven't spoken to LeVeon Bell in weeks. I don't know. What Jeremy Fowler said was, quote, he is watching the team. They are struggling without him. He believes, because obviously he can see plays before it happens, he's in tip-top condition. He believes that because it's watching them suffer, it's hurting him. So, excuse me, what the hell are you waiting for then?
Why are you so mad?
Because why are we waiting another 4 weeks?
Well,
why weren't you coming back right now?
You know why.
This is a lot right now.
I understand that, which is why had he not said anything and waited and then came back in week 8 or 9, I got no problem. Y'all know I support that. But I'm saying since you said what you just said, they're 1, 2, and 1.
Would you be scared to make him mad? I'd be scared.
There's 1, 2, and 1. They're 1, 2, and 1. You in last place in the AFC North. You got 3 more games. You're saying you're ready now. But we got to wait 4 more games to see you.
Because clearly this was a decision that was made way before now. Right? When he looked at the schedule, when he thought to himself, I'm going to sit out. I'm not going to sign this franchise tag and report for the beginning of the season. I believe he had this date earmarked from the beginning. Because it makes sense, right, to come on a bye week, have an opportunity to have a week of practice before you have to prepare for a game. Mm-hmm. It makes sense for him to say, okay, this is a way that I can cut my carries, I can cut my touches, I can cut the beating that I might take playing this entire season. He already had this planned out.
Max, before you chime in, I got this question for both y'all, and then I'll shut up and listen. Why the hell did he just wait till 3 weeks from now to give that quote? Why is he giving a quote now? They need me now. They're really struggling without me. But we got to wait until November 4th.
He's helping his leverage.
If you were 3-1, he might not do it. But you're 1, 2, and 1.
I asked a question. My question was, why did he have to give the quote?
Because he wants to remind everyone.
I told you, if they were 3-1, maybe he wouldn't feel the pressure to do it. But he's a Steelers fan, too. That's the franchise he plays for. His friends on that team, brothers in the locker room and all that stuff. And yes, he has to take care of himself first and his money first because it is a business. But that doesn't mean he's not a competitive athlete who sees his team. Look, you're sitting here all upset because the Steelers are 1, 2, and 1. You don't play for the Steelers. He's played playoff games for the Steelers. He's helped block on the line. He's run through walls for the guys on that team. So, of course, he feels competitive like he wants to say something. And Ryan, I think, is exactly right. Why this date? Because the curious thing is that's not exactly the halfway point. Why is he picking this weird date? Because off a bye, you have a chance to get your feet wet, get back into real football shape with a week, and you can practice and everything. Okay, so then he comes back, having taken about half a season of pounding off, which preserves his value, doesn't expose him to injury, still gets him back in time if you guys can be around 500 to try to make a playoff run. And I would even say, look, for Bell to really be helpful, can he play defense? Like, if he can't play defense, it can't be helpful. But the truth of the matter is you can play more ball control with LeVeon Bell. So, in a way, he can play defense. He's the most important player on the team. And it's good news for Steelers fans. It's your only hope to make the playoffs is when this man gets back.
I love the passion. I love and I appreciate the passion. I really, really do. Like you telling us something we don't know. That we haven't all discussed here already. That does not address my point. Why now? Why the quote now?
Right. So you're a struggling team, right? The only thing that's happening good in Pittsburgh is you're actually not behind the Cleveland Browns. You're tied in the AFC North with them. So the team is struggling. All the noise is about the way that you have 19 yards rushing from James Conner. You have no ball control. You can't keep the defense off of the field. And so now everybody's kind of clamoring for LeVeon Bell. There's a lot of talk about LeVeon Bell, and you're on either side of it, right? You're both. Each side knows they need him to win. There's the one side that he's selfish. He doesn't want to be a part of the team. He doesn't care about his teammates. So now when I make this statement, when I say I'm watching the games, when I say I'm calling the plays, it says to everybody, you know what? I care. I'm not just out here rapping. I'm not just out here riding jet skis. I'm paying attention to what's happening to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe I can help. I want to be out there. It's hard to watch them lose. So now you got some people that's going to say, oh, he does care. It's not just out there, out of sight, out of mind. And then you're letting people know, I'm going to come back. I'm going to be a part of it. You're mad that you have to wait for him. But for him, it's the PR push to say, you know what?
It makes the Steelers look bad, too.
Here's the one time that we've heard something about him that wasn't, he doesn't care about the team. He's too selfish. All he cares about is money. He controlled his own narrative. He LeBron James'd us for the first time.
With all due respect, don't misrepresent my position, sir. I have been on the record supporting full-heartedly LeVeon Bell sitting out. Max and I have discussed it. We brought up week 9, going into week 10, rather. November 18th was the target date that he would come back. Everybody has stood here and said, why? Because he's got to get his money. He has to come back.
He's coming back before then.
He has to come back to be eligible for free agency. So he was coming back. That's number one. Number two, what I'm saying is look at the schedule. Look at your record.
Yeah, pull the schedule back up, actually.
If you're saying that because you got the Falcons, the Bengals, then the Browns, and the Ravens.
Yeah.
He's not waiting until week 11. He's coming back before then to give his team a better chance to win.
Max, is it too late for them to turn it around?
I was told that week when they played Jacksonville.
No, he's coming back. He's coming back week 8 because they have a bye.
Can the Steelers turn this around?
Probably not. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs anyway. But Le'Veon Bell gives them a shot.